In this video, I wanted to talk about page numbering when you are working on a research paper or a book wherein the top part of your page numbering needs to be in the numeral, in the Roman numerals. So the title page, the table of contents, the preface or acknowledgement. And then starting with chapter 1, they would like you to start doing it from page number 1, starting at chapter 1. So I wanted to do this video talking about some of those things and a little bit about list of figures and table of contents briefly. So the idea is, say this is my new document, and on this first page I will put the title of my paper and whatever the format they want you to use, the name, and as it needs to be the APA style or whatever it needs to be, you can put it in that format. Now when I want to go to the next page, I'll go to insert and I'll insert a page break. Now don't use the next page section here because I want all of these guys to be kind of connected. So I'll insert a page break. I will still be moved to a new page because the next section, which is, say for example, the acknowledgement. So now here you can put your acknowledgement. I'll put a page break, and then up here I had the preface. Now I don't know the order in which some of these things may happen, and then up here I might have table of contents, and then I'll put a page break, and then I might have list of tables, which is putting the list and the pages on which all your tables are, and then you might have list of figures, and then you put that. Now at this point here, I'm just going to hit undo. Here, from here onwards, I wanted to start on the next page, chapter 1. So here I'll put the page break, next page break, because from that page onwards, I want the pages to be 1, 2, 3. So I'll put a next page, so that will separate the top section from my chapters. And the next page is also a good thing you can put between chapter 1 and chapter 2 if you needed different kind of headers and things. So here I put my chapter 1 title, and then to save some time from typing, I'll just type equal RAND bracket 10, 6. So that's put 10 paragraphs with 6 lines each, random words. So it fills me up. Now here, if I wanted, I could put a next page break so that the new section will start on the next page. So here it takes me chapter 2 title, and then I can type equal RAND bracket 12, 6. So 12 paragraphs with 6 lines. Now within here I could have things like section 2.1. Whenever you have something like that, you can highlight it and you make this heading 2 style, because by using the headings your table of contents will be created automatically. And then where you have chapter 2, you'll make this heading style 1, and then chapter 1. So all your titles will be heading 1. Sections within the chapters will be heading 2. If there was a section within a section, will be heading 3. So you can keep on doing it. Now if I wanted to make this titles look a little different, all of them, so I could just right click on the style heading 1, modify it, and then I can say, you know what, keep the color automatic. I would like the fonts to be Calibre body, make it center, and what I also tell it is automatically update, so that all the fonts all the way below will be automatically updated. So all the heading ones will be automatically updated now. So now let's get to the topic of page numbers. So I'll just come here. So in one of a friend of mine was working on a research paper, and the way they wanted to do it in the APA style was that on the bottom of page 1, not on the bottom of page 1, but on the bottom they wanted Roman numerals, not on the page ones, but starting with page 2. They do want you to count the title page as Roman numeral 1, and then this should be Roman numeral 2. So to do this, the first thing you need to do is I go to Insert, Page Number, Format Page Number, and I'll tell it to use the Roman numeral, the 1, 2, 3, and I'll click OK. Now you could just start from here. I can say, or in fact, I'll go to the next page and I'll go to page number, bottom of page, and then choose this one because I want it in the middle of the page. So you see it puts the 2 there, and I'll tell it to make it different first page so that the first page will be empty. Even if it's not empty, I can then change it. So just to make sure, so you see page 1 footer is not there, page 2, page 3, good. So I'll close the header and I'll just scroll down. So there's page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, and now it will also put it here. You see it's starting to put this number 7 here. So I'll come to the chapter 1 and I'll click on the chapter and I'll go to insert, format page number, and I'll choose the 1, 2, 3, and I'll tell it to start at number 1 rather than continuous from previous section. Otherwise it will start with number 7 rather than 1. I'll click OK. Now I'll go to page number, and now in this format they wanted the page numbers on the top of the page in the corner. So I'll choose that option. So you see it puts 1, 2, 3, and I'll choose the link to previous. I'll break it because I don't want a link to the previous, because when I go to delete something here it might start affecting in the previous pages. And I'll close the header and footer. So there is my page 1 and there's my page 2, and I'll double click on the footer here, highlight it, and before I delete it I'll make sure I remove the link, because if you delete this and if you don't remove the link, your numerals from the previous page will be gone too. And I'll close this. So hopefully now, okay, so there is the numeral 1, 2, 3, so it's working. And the numerals are there too. Okay, and what I'll do is, say for example I had the list of figures, I'll also make it heading 1, list of tables heading 1, preface heading 1, acknowledgement heading 1. So now when I come to the table of contents, and I'll just highlight it, and in its place I want to put the table of contents automatically. So I go to the references tab, table of contents, and I choose the first one or the second one, which are the automatic one, and there it is. So you see it puts the acknowledgement as Roman numerals, and this is the way it can do. And you see the subsections will show up indented and the page numbers are there. And the good thing is, if the page numbers changes, you can click on update and you can click on updating the entire table. Now quickly, I also want to talk about how you can insert your list of tables and list of figures automatically. So the idea is, so say up here I decide that I wanted to insert a table, and then I had some information here. So I'll click on it and I'll go to references, insert caption, and this is a label table, and I can even type some name next to it so you can check the formatting as to how they want it. So I can even or whatever the name of the table, and I can say whether I want it above or below. So you see it puts it here. Okay. And now if I had a table here, insert, and I'll go to references, insert caption, table 2, whatever the name is below, and it adds it there. Now say for example I'll insert a picture here somewhere, and I can give this picture a caption, and this is not a table, it's a figure. Okay, so I'll click OK and it is added. Now the good thing is, if you do this, and it's always good to do this at the end once you've got everything going, and I'll click here, and in the references I can click on, this is the figure, insert table of figure, and then I'll tell it to add the figures. So you see I can choose the figures and table from here, and you see it will put it like this. The figure 1 is on the title, and here's the link. Same way, if I had a list of tables, I go to insert table of figures, and I'll change it to table, and I'll click OK. So this way it will put all the table numbers listed here. So this is something you can do as you're typing your document or at the end, and it will put the information there for you. So I thought this was a very interesting way of going about doing things. And you see again here, these things showed up, the page numbers. I don't know why it does that. Just wanted to make sure that the link is broken here before I delete that. So now I'll double click here and I'll delete this, because if the links are there and if you delete it, it might delete everything. So now the thing's gone and I have the Roman numeral. So I hope this video, a quick one, was useful in understanding how to add numbering system and also the table of contents and list of figures and list of tables. Thank you for watching.